number 2, our first contestant will be, come on, Missy, Stunning Steve Austin. His partner in this matchup will be Ravishing Rick Rude. They will be facing Heavy Metal Van Hammer. And all the way from the Pacific Northwest, Big Josh. Let's do it.
Some good fortune for the Dangerous Alliance as Austin and Rude, as you look in both locker rooms. Rude and Austin will be tagging, and that is certainly a break for Dangerously.
I think Austin was busy talking to Paul E at that time, and they didn't realize that Ravishing Rick Rude's name was called, because Rude was standing there listening and heard the name of Van Hammer. And you're right. This is a big break for Paul E and the Dangerous Alliance.
Here comes Van Hammer and Big Josh. First time to my knowledge that they've ever been tag team partners. However, we know that the Dangerous Alliance, with all their strategy sessions under the same management, should be very comfortable in this contest. And one would think that Austin and Rude would have the decided advantage in this tag team event.
Well, they are two of the single champions in WCW, the World TV Champion, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. And I've said it so many times that you have to be first a good singles wrestler to be a good tag team wrestler. But yeah, this team has really got to click, you can be sure. But Big Josh has come a long way in a short period of time. It's been almost a year now since he's been in WCW, and he's developed from a brawler into a great wrestler.
Heavy Metal Van Hammer, who normally relies on adrenaline rushes and his power to win his matches. We know he's been involved in a real intense feud with Cactus Jack. And I guess he should feel fortunate that Cactus is not his partner here. Austin with a clean break, surprisingly. Don't count on too many of those.
Not at all.
Hammer going to the power right away. Scoop slam on Austin.
Tell you what, the World TV Champion is a very smart wrestler. He won't walk into many of those. He just stay away from the power of Van Hammer and try to neutralize that power, take him off his feet. Austin, certainly one of the best all-around wrestlers we have in WCW.
Ollie Dangerously looking on. The Chief Executive Officer of the Dangerous Alliance, and Stunning Steve now with the advantage momentarily on Van Hammer. You can hear that one. Kicked him right in the solar plexus. Austin fires back with a kick of his own. Trying to go for a suplex, it would seem. Hammer too strong, he blocked it and executed the suplex of his own. Got 2 out of that lateral press. Good move by Austin. Right there's where he needs to keep Hammer.
Exactly, keep the big man off his feet. Hey, great move by Hammer.
Hammer, nice turnout into the hammerlock, good reversal.
Saw a lot of signs around the Norfolk Scope that said Heavy Metal, Hammerheads, Hammer Rocks. He has really caught on in WCW with many of the fans. A lot of snapmare takeovers that time, and Austin trying to keep him back down to the mat.
Reversal of the Irish whip. And Hammer caught coming in by Stunning Steve and the television champion. Tags in the United States heavyweight champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
I tell you what, if there's anything can be said about a smooth tag, that was a smooth tag between those two.
Oh. Thunderous clothesline by the Ravishing one. Well, I'll say this, I hope that if Rude and Austin make it to BattleBowl, that Sting makes it there as well. Because after what we have seen on television this weekend, and after what Sting mentioned to us earlier today, he is ready to find Rude under any circumstances. Rude opening up the advantage, but Hammer fights back with the right hand. Rude rakes the eyes. Catches Hammer. That knee, he really buried it there.
He really did, and he was tired of going toe-to-toe with him. A tag has been made quickly. He's doing the right thing once again, as you said early on, Jim, correctly, that they're keeping Hammer off his feet. Not only are they keeping him off his feet, they are knocking him off his feet.
Well, with Hammer being the most inexperienced man in the match, common sense would say that their game plan would be to keep him in for the duration if possible. Another exchange made. It'll be Rude in, Austin out.
They're also working on the upper body, and of course what that does is take away his power as well as neutralize that slingshot suplex, or what we call his hammer rocks maneuver. Van Hammer trying to use his strength to make a tag here, and he's very close.
Look at the great position the referee's in to see the tag. And he made it. Van Hammer's power helped him out there, and Big Josh has waited a long time to get involved in this one. Scoops up Rude, and there is his log roll. Look at those logger boots.
Yeah, it didn't hurt those abdominals at all. Wrong place to go to on Ravishing Rick Rude.
Rude with tremendous abdominal development, but that clothesline caught him in the jaw. Rude able to kick out, but down he goes again. Lateral press by Big Josh and another near fall. He catches Austin with tremendous impact. Big Josh, the offensive star of the match thus far, and the Dangerous Alliance must regroup on the outside.
And that exchange indicative of how far Josh has come as a wrestler in WCW. He knew that he wasn't getting anywhere going to the midsection, so he went to the top with big clotheslines. He's a very powerful man, and you were right, Jim, with tremendous impact. He took down both men.
Hammer keeping the crowd involved. Big Josh doing yeoman work in the ring. Dangerously on the phone.
He might be talking to Medusa in the back.
Arm drag takeover.
And that brings up a point. When there are two members or even one member of the Dangerous Alliance, you know the rest are here. And they certainly could get involved. But if they do, and if their men get disqualified, then that would prevent Austin and prevent Ravishing Rick Rude from advancing to BattleBowl. So they may be more reluctant in running in than usual here.
Big Josh controlling Austin now with that arm bar. Austin in that right hand. But it's reversed there. Nice reversal by Big Josh. World Television Champion trying to build some momentum here, but he got caught. Big Josh has got him scooped up. What's he going to do with him? He drops him on the top, much like Austin's stun gun. Caught him with a clothesline. Lateral press, and had the leg hook, but he got two out of it. And here comes Heavy Metal Van Hammer back in.
Tell you what, Josh hesitated just a fraction of a second there. Wasn't sure whether he should cover him or not. And I think that cost him right there.
Hammer controlling it now with that wrist lock, keeping it very elementary.
I tell you, Jim, I think the team that is working best right now has to be considered Josh and Van Hammer.
Which is somewhat surprising, quite frankly.
And Austin with his clenched fists, some shortcuts.
Caught him with a kick. Big Josh said a little early there. Oh, man, what teamwork. Well, that was great teamwork by those two. Austin ducked, and Rude caught Big Josh with a tremendous clothesline there. And now Rude poised on top to deliver what I'm sure he hopes to be the coup de grace here. Clubbing blow to the head. He may have him, but Big Josh too strong on this occasion, able to kick out.
Yeah, many times you'll see a situation like that and say, well, he didn't hook a far leg, so he didn't get the pin, but I think you're right. It was just too much power. Big Josh still left in this match.
Rude and Austin now making another tag. And again, using a double team. Flat of the foot, catching Big Josh in the chest.
Be interesting to see what happens, let's say, if members of the Dangerous Alliance get into BattleBowl. Of course, if they win this one, 2 will be in there for sure. Then it becomes every man for himself, and how will they react to that situation?
Referee putting Hammer out allowed the Dangerous Alliance for a double team offensively. And that press got about 2.5. Good long 2 that time for Austin. Awesome front face lock controlling Big Josh. More importantly for the Dangerous Alliance, they did make the tag. Rude back in. Josh, quite frankly, needs to make a tag. They're keeping the big man from the Pacific Northwest in the center or in their corner. Center of the ring or their corner of the ring.
But of the 2, Jim, you know, we mentioned earlier we thought the best move for Austin and Rude would be to keep Van Hammer in. And that's the opposite of what they're doing right now. I really think Josh has a lot of reserve left.
Dangerously up on the apron. And the Dangerous Alliance taking advantage of the positioning of the referee.
Say what you want about Paul Lee. We've said it all about him. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to manipulate a referee in a tag team match.
Big Josh really being punished here. And they toss him outside. We know that the men in the locker rooms are watching very intently this action because the winner of this one will go directly to BattleBowl at the end of the evening. There you see a shot from both locker rooms.
Well, I think we need to mention that on the right there, you see the diamond stud, and he has a, was that a sling on his right arm there?
Certainly does.
And Jushin Thunder Liger in there also. We look forward to seeing him.
Reverse chin lock with a knee there for in the back for the leverage point.
I tell you, this match has gone around 10 minutes. It's got to favor Austin and Rude the longer it goes.
Well, Hammer's not known for wrestling a lot of marathons. With his power, he usually puts his opponents away pretty early.
That's right, and that is good and it's bad. It's good to have a record to where you put men away quickly, but it doesn't do anything for your cardiovascular development. If he has all short matches, the question is, how long can he go? But that's not the question right now. The question right now is, how much can Josh take?
Josh trying to get to his feet. And the fans here getting behind Big Josh. He's trying to separate the hands of Austin. He's successful in that. Catch him with the elbow down the gut. Right below the heart of that last one. And he caught him with a slam. Austin trying to leapfrog, and Big Josh going for one more offensive move and maybe one more too many. Look at Paul Lee getting involved there. Trying to hold Josh, and oh! Josh put dangerously in his place. Austin met dangerously, and there's the tag to Heavy Metal Van Hammer. Hammer and Austin now. As the intensity increases here, what a power slam. Belly to back suplex. He comes with nothing but power moves. Very little finesse in this man. Shoulder block, a lot of impact. Leg is hooked, and Rude saved the day there. Big Josh is in. Remember, it's Austin and Hammer, the legal men in this match at this point.
Tag has been made, Jim.
Rude in, and Rude awakening on Hammer. Rude was in, Hammer wasn't aware, but he is now.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the match. to BattleBowl, stunning Steve Austin and ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, they had the advantage, as we said, coming in, but it was a lot tougher match for the Dangerous Alliance than we thought.
Well, I think Van Hammer a little overzealous that time, not worried about where he was in the ring. And when he whipped him in with the Irish whip, allowed the tag, and thus the Dangerous Alliance on their way. 2 men are in BattleBowl already.